So I want you to talk sincerely to me because I'm capturing it. Don't feel shy. What are you afraid of? You are a student in need, in crisis. You need all help. Who are you afraid of? Everybody in the world knows. People are crying for you. Ask the sister. People even want to donate. They don't know how. People are crying for you. So what are you afraid of? The whole world knows your story already. What are you shy of? What are you afraid of? You know, so speak out so we can get the story out, because people call me a lot. What is the situation? What are you doing? What is your I'm the one main representative for African people here. So you have to talk to me. I have to know. So I have to carry the news across. So that if the journalists are asking, but we know that there is, because they tell me, we know there is a Ghana embassy there. What is the embassy doing? Have they been here?
Okay, like when we came initially, we met in the embassy, and then we met with the ambassador, and then he informed us that the plan is to take us to Ghana. So if you are willing to go to Ghana, they made arrangement to help book tickets to take people to Ghana. But for those that are not planning of going, their plan is to take care of 2 days. Take care of us for 2 days. So after the 2 days, you have to, plan and make your own arrangement. So yeah, that was what happened.
Just 2 days.
And you stayed there for only 1 day and moved here the next day. And the church is taking care of everything here.
Is that so?
Yes.
They are ghosting on us.
It's the church that paid for here, for us to stay.
Is that so?
Yes. Please.
So they only paid for the tickets for the people who wanted to go.
And some people have left?
Yes.
Some left this morning to Ghana.
Some left in the afternoon, some will leave this evening as well.
Do you know how many people left this morning to Ghana? You don't know the number?
15.
About 15 people left to Ghana.
Yeah.
And people that are leaving now, you don't know today. People are leaving again today, this afternoon.
This evening.
This evening.
There is some that left in the afternoon.
Okay. So, the people that left, you all came, I think, on Monday, right? You came on Monday. Some came on Monday and some came when? Tuesday. Okay, that's Monday was 28th February, right? Okay. So you that are left now, some people are going to Ghana. You that are left now, do you know the number?
I think we don't know the exact number.
Okay. So that
number will be known if you get some information from the embassy, just a confirmation. If you know the number that are out there, that are going to Ghana, and I think some people also live for other countries, right? So I think the embassy will know a bit about, like an estimate, because they know the people who have left to Ghana and the people who reported to them. So a little bit of additions and subtractions will give you an estimate figure of the people who came in.
Okay. Yeah. So we will come back to that. How was it like when you were? How was life like for you in Ukraine? Anyone can volunteer to answer. How was life like? The student life, was it good? Was it nice?
It was comfortable. Yeah.
It was comfortable. I mean, talking before the war.
Ukraine has been
It's a beautiful city
for students. And everybody here can attest to that. That if you are studying in Ukraine, it's more or less like you are studying in your hometown. Until the insertion of the news that there is going to be a war, then the tension began. And so after hearing the first boom,
First gunshot.
the first boom,
Or the first bomb.
the first explosion, everybody was like, wow. So to us, those of us who were living in the far western part of Ukraine, it was like, no, it won't get here. It wouldn't get here. But you look at the pressure of people coming there, calling you from afar, you realize that it's not a very good experience. And my friends came before me because I was waiting for people from Harkov. I knew some Ghanaians from Harkov. So when they came, in fact, the way they narrated their stories, you could see that it wasn't easy. One lady was just crying in front of us, even after getting to Uzhgorod here. She was like, in front of her, she's never heard the sound of a gun. But because of the crowd, they had to use gunshot to control people in the crowd. And it was very bad, very bad. They said they sat in the train for almost 3 days with a bath. And it
Before they got
to Uzhgorod. It's far. It's very far from.
Where is Uzhgorod?
Uzhgorod is
Still at the Ukraine side?
Yes, it is the border town. It's the westernmost part of Ukraine you can get.
Then from there you go to...
You go to maybe Lviv to...
No, there, go to Slovakia or Hungary.
This way,
Yes.
you enter Slovakia is the closest.
Okay. So, did you all went through the same experience of, in terms of trying to flee Ukraine, you went through these challenges. Did you face racism at the border? Because this is what is in the news. Did you face any racism at the border? And through which border did now listen, 3 questions. What was your experience? How did you feel? What are the things, the challenges you faced when you were trying to flee? Okay. So, did you face any racism at the border? And which border did you use? 3 questions. Who can answer?
I think firstly, it starts when you are about to board your train. I don't know each city on how the experience you face when you have to board your train. So we were in Dnipro city.
You were where?
Dnipro.
City.
So
close to Kyiv.
No, the
southwest.
I think more closer to northeast. Yeah,
northeast
we are in the
of
northeast
Ukraine.
of Ukraine. Yeah. So the first challenge was the train to Lviv. And mostly they prioritize the Ukrainian before you, the foreigners rather. They make sure the Ukrainians enter the train first. Whatever space that is left, you, the foreigners, have to struggle to get space. To the extent that, there's this pushing here and there, and mostly they don't care about you, the foreigners. That's why I said they prioritize the citizens, the Ukrainians, and you, the foreigners, have to find your way in. That's the first challenge. And with that also, you are not certain whether you get a train or not, because you have to still wait for other trains to come before you can join. And anytime a train comes, just make sure the Ukrainians are served first before us. Then when you get to the border, the same treatment also. Severe cold. That's, I think, the border from Uzhgorod, which is very closer to Slovakia. We've been in the cold for 3 to 4 hours without being attended to. Okay, no, it varies. It depends on the timing, the number of people. Some stood there for 6, 7 hours.
9 hours, 11 hours. 11 hours.
48 hours. People like
48 hours.
So 48 good hours.
When you get to the Slovakia, when you get to the Ukraine, the Slovakia border, before the Slovakia border, you'll be left in the cold without being attended to. When the Ukrainians come, they make sure they have a safe passage across to Slovakia border. But we, the foreigners, you stand in the cold, no word from them, nothing. The only thing the only benefit you get is the volunteers trying to give you, something warm for you to maybe warm drink and something beside that, the policemen or the immigration officers wouldn't mind you. So after 4, 5, 6, 7 hours being in the cold, because sometimes severe cold, your hands are just numbed. Your legs, you don't feel your legs. When you get to the border also, I think it becomes much easier after you cross to the Slovakia border. That's where the attention and the care is kind of okay, but better than the Ukrainian border because it's very, very worse. Very, 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 very worse. So the challenges is just massive. It depends on individual experience though. Yeah.
So you were not taken care of?
Yeah. Wearing a priority
you were not
no.
In terms of even giving you food, no?
To the extent of
at the border, the volunteers were given everything.
But on the Slovak side or on the
Ukrainian side too, the food is okay. But as in when we are crossing the border to come, they had their guards there, right? And then they prioritize the women and the children, which is the Ukrainians.
Okay.
And then the rest of the Ukrainians. And then before it comes to the women of the African or the international students basically, and then the men had to stay there for hours. Like the men that we came with, we had crossed the Slovakian border and they were still standing there. Meanwhile, we got there like 12 midnight and we were crossing the border at afternoon, which is 12 in the afternoon. They were still standing there. So they were there for over 12 hours because they wouldn't allow them to come through.
So apart from the Ukrainian authorities prioritizing, making their priority that Ukrainian people get on the train, it is one of the challenges is that you don't even know when you could get onto the train.
Yes, and even when you get in there,
it's uncertain. It's uncertain when you will get a transport to leave, right? Okay, and so you stand in the cold, maybe without proper dressing and things, and without food, without anything, until you cross until you get there. Finally, you get the train and then come to the Slovakian side. So it is the Slovakian side that you are saying you got better treatment. As soon as you come to the Slovakian side, you got better treatment. That means that you use the Slovakian border, right? Okay. And as you all use the Slovakian border, and how long did it take you from Slovakia to come to Czech Republic?
We had to spend the night because we had to take the train.
Okay,
together.
So you cross to Slovakia, you spend a night at Slovakia, and the next day you came to.
Yeah, it depends. Like it depends on the individual. Some of us just got to Slovakia and went to the train station. Yeah, straightforward. Yeah.
I see. Okay, and then let's say you are now in Czech Republic, okay? A totally stable country, a totally peaceful country, a totally good country. You have been here for few days though. What has been your feeling so far? Feeling? Have you slept enough?
Yeah.
Oh, I know it's not you are not in a situation even to sleep. You can't sleep.
I think it's better. It was these 2 days that I've been here is quite much better than my experience like 3 days, 4 days ago
at the border.
Yeah, at the border.
So let's say that since you have been here, because this is a stable country, at least it has been a little bit easier for you, right? There is also a little bit comfort because of where you are staying. You are not standing in the cold, and of course. So what is the next now is that you are thinking of what to do next, right? Yes. And you are saying that some of you have left to Ghana. It's obvious that your stay was interrupted. Your studies was interrupted. So basically, you are confused. And in many cases, you need time to think what your next move is, right? That is rightly so. And most of you here are medical students, right? Okay. So you have not made any plans and decision yet. What?
Some of my friends came to Ukraine like 1 month before the thing started. They paid fees. They wanted to start school. With these people, their visas are expiring, I think, this March. And the embassy is giving them a choice to go back to Ghana. They also communicated to the embassy that when they go back to Ghana, they may find it harder to come back because of this issue. So some of us making these decisions not to go back to Ghana is because of that. So that way, the embassy need to find a way, because some people left their documents. Some even though have post-vacay. The moment they leave Europe, it will be harder for them to come. It's understandable.
And also maybe because you are already here in Europe, maybe it's better to find another country to continue your studies, because not that you don't want to go to Ghana, but your life was basically interrupted as against your plan, unplanned for. And so maybe staying in Europe, finding another way of continuing education will be some choice. Now there are choices for those who want to go back. There are choices for those who want to, go back to Ghana or Africa, and there should be choices for those who want to continue somehow in another European country to look into that possibility. Okay, if we will end this and we will have behind the scenes conversations too. Okay, so what I want to Okay, so basically, what I want to ask as my last question is that, from this interaction, is that whether you people, any one of you, has any special request to the embassy, to the Ghana government, to Czech people, think about it. I give you 2 minutes to think about it. What message do you want the African diaspora community? Because I came here with sisters from America, and we are the Black African diaspora community. There are quite a few here. What message do you have for them? Do you have any specific message or request? Understand? That is number 1. Do you have a specific message? You are in Czech Republic now. To the Czech people, do you appeal for something, or to the Czech government? Do you have a specific message or appeal for the Ghana embassy or the Ghana government? So think about it if you have something to say, and whoever have anything to say, we will take that as our last message on the video, and then we will conclude the documentation part. Okay, brother Chris. Brother Chris. Okay.
Okay, my petition is for the Ghana government, the embassy particularly here, for some of us, especially for me. I'm a CCA medical student, and I was left with just 3 months to complete. You see that, and due to this war, I had to run away and come here, and it will be a bad decision, a bad choice for me to just run back home without making a precise decision about that, because I'll be going home without nothing. You see that, and right now I'm thinking of whether to stay here and extend my post visa or like my permit here, so that maybe I can get some clinical attachment or clinical observations to do to at least improve on my skills till I get my certificates. And that will be a better option for us. So the government or the embassy here should not prioritize or should not focus on the people living to Ghana, but also focus on us who is trying to stay or who has not yet made a decision to go back home. That's my problem. They should also focus on us too. We are also
You are also Ghanaians, or you are also Africans? Yes.
They should not just focus on those who are just leaving the country to Ghana.
Okay.
That's mine.
Anyone with last message you want to say something?
You asked about what we have for the Czech people or the international community outside. Honestly, the Czechs have been one of the good people we met. That crossing the border to this place, you meet a Czech person, they interact very good with you. Like today, for instance, we went to town, we were trying to search for where we take this COVID shot. For myself, I have already taken, but I needed to guide my people through it. And you ask them, they show you the direction, English is a problem to some of them. But those who could speak English will really direct you, and so that is a plus for the Czech people. And to the international communities, what we would like to say is that, like my brother said, if you're in the 6th year, or you are in the 1st year, like someone who came and has not gotten anything like post-vicar, we need to take time to really get some of these things before you go back to Ghana. If you have a post-vicar and you go back to Ghana, when the war is down, you can come back. For instance, today we had a message on our platform that classes are going to start on the 14th of March. Meanwhile, the war is still ongoing. So this shows you that if everything calms down, we are going to go back to studies. The question I really want to pose to the Ghanaian government is, if students here get back to Ghana, are they going to fly them back to this country? Will they pay their plane tickets? That would be a big no, because you are with your parents. And plane tickets, as at that time, will be expensive. Assuming we are going to come back by 2 weeks' time, plane ticket is going to be expensive to some of us, and it's not really easy here. You can't work, you are just a student, all you do is to study, go to class, that's all. So there is no any other means to make any other money or something like that. We are just living from hand to mouth. That is our parent. So the government should really consider the fact that it is tough. If not for the humanitarian people who are here, even how people will feel is a problem. Me, for instance, I lost my whole luggage, in which there was money, laptop, my certificate, everything is gone. I only have my post-vicar. That is my temporary resident, card. If not for it, I don't know how I'll be here. And I know people have peculiar problems more than me. Difficult problems more than my own. So you just tell the person to go back to Ghana, and he has nothing. How is he coming back without these documents? So that is our appeal to they should take time for people to decide. Yeah.
You want to say something? Yes, of course. Yes. Go to the brother. Your name?
I am Steve Prince Paddy Jr. And as I said earlier on, I study in Lviv National Medical University, and I am in 5th year. And if not because of the situation, I would have been completed coming next year. I want to send this message to Ghana government. One of the things that we have to know is that a lot of people have been through a traumatic situation, and this is appalling. This has traumatized so many people. Yet when we listen to the media, the feedback that we are getting from them is very uncalled for. It is disgusting. A typical example is that we choose to take glory and pride and credit for what we have not done, what we have not worked for, what we have not achieved. Why am I saying that? A lot of Ghanaians have been stuck in a city called Sumi, and nothing has been done about it. Yet, when Ghanaians find their ways to get to their border, we tend to take pride in just buying them a ticket to come back home, rather than attending to the critical situations at hand. This must be changed. We have to respond to the situation immediately. Buying tickets for Ghanaians to come home is not enough. Sorry to say, my father will be able to afford it. A lot of us, our parents, will be able to afford it. We have to tackle the situation at hand, and we should not take glory in what we have not achieved, what we have not worked for, or what we have not done. So this is my message. The Ghana government should immediately respond to our plea, to immediately go to the need of these people, these Ghanaians that have been stuck in a city called Sumi, so that at the end of the day, we will get our brothers and sisters that have been stuck in Ukraine back to safety. We are privileged enough for us to run away from this tragic situation. Yet, our brothers and sisters are there. We can't sleep. We can't close our eyes. So please, do something and stop taking glory for what you have not worked for, you have not done, or you have not achieved. This is my message for the Ghana government. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me conclude. So this has been Afrikatu Kofi Nkrumah on behalf of Humanitas Afrika, and we are here in Prague at Hotel Olshenka, and we are here because we have some of the African students who have arrived here from Ukraine staying in this hotel. We came here today, Friday 4th of March, we came here today to interact with them, to have a first-hand knowledge, information about their experience of fleeing the Ukrainian crisis and coming to the Czech Republic, what they have gone through and what they intend, what they plan doing. Of course, some of them are still too traumatized, so they haven't made any decision yet. It is our understanding that the Ghana government, the Ghana embassy in the Czech Republic has come in and has a discussion with them. So some of them are willing to go back to Ghana, and the Ghana embassy is ready to provide tickets for those who are willing to go to Ghana. But some also would like to find a way to continue their studies in Europe, because some were final year medical students. Some were really finishing in 3 months. Some have problems with their staying permit, which was also finishing, and they had to renew it. Leaving all that in the situation in which they are now and going back to Ghana or Africa will bring them a lot of difficulties. So these are some of the problems, challenges they are facing right now. Confused, without money, without help, without anything. I think that it is our responsibility as Humanitas Afrika, the leading African organization in Czech Republic, to tell their story, to ask for help, to request help for these people, our brother in need. And this is why we are here. We will continue to follow their story. There are more people coming. We hear that there are Africans at the border in Slovakia. We hear that there are a lot of Africans at the border in Poland. We hear that there are Africans in Romania. So we are going to follow their story. Not only them, but those who will come and join them. We are going to follow their story and update you as we go on. We hope that when we call for help for them, you will respond positively and come and help these people. Also, we have a lot of Africans. Myself, I am interacting with African students that are stuck. Really, they are trapped in Sumi. The gentleman was talking about Sumi. This is a story I know too well. Sumi is in the eastern part of Ukraine, close to the Russian border. So they have no way of going through the Russian border, and they cannot cross all the way through Ukraine to Poland border because it's dangerous, because there is war in the country. They are trapped. One of the students has actually messaged me this morning at the place that they are staying. Water is off, there is no water running. Light is off, there is no light up. So definitely there are about 800 students in Sumi, African students in Sumi, who need immediate evacuation. This is going to be our appeal, humble appeal to both the Ghana government, African government, and in fact friendly government like a good country like Czech Republic to come to us, to come to our aid. And Humanitas Afrika is going to work with all these institutions, especially in the Czech Republic that we live and that we have worked here for 22 years, to be able to work with the Czech authorities and government to see how best we can also help these our brothers, unfortunate brothers and sisters who were caught in the conflict, unexpected conflict of Ukraine, and they are now in the Czech Republic. We thank you all for staying with us. We will continue to update you, and please, please, please remember our brothers and sisters, the Africans who came from Ukraine, and they are here in the Czech Republic. Whatever you have, before Humanitas Afrika will launches our campaign, fundraising campaign or whatever campaign to support them, you yourself can also come, take the initiative to call us or to find where they live in Hotel or Shankar to come and give whatever that you can give, donate personally to them. I think very soon Humanitas Afrika will launch a fundraising campaign on their behalf for them, and when we do so, we hope that you will all contribute to be able to help us to sustain their life here. It is not an easy situation, what they have gone through. The only thing we can do to help them is to support them, to give them an alternative, a decent life as they are waiting, transiting through the Czech Republic. Thank you very much. Thank you.